Okay, now after a new intake is entered, it's usually a next step to schedule their first appointment, right? So you may have referrals coming in indirectly, meaning from like a referral source, or directly where the client's calling you. Okay, so if, let's say, the client's calling you directly, your next step might be to come here to where it says actions and then schedule appointment. Okay, so this is just a shortcut to either the schedule or the find available appointment tool. So provided your team has their availability configured, we're going to use the search for time slot. And we're going to say this could be at any location or just the main building. Okay, so I'll say any location. It could be anytime in the next month. And then I can go ahead and search. Oops, we'll go ahead. Sorry, I need to select my staff and then search. Okay, and then I can see all of the availability that the providers have within this criteria. And I can go ahead and select the available time. It fills in the scheduled event for me, so everything I need filled in. Okay, now these program, service, payer, the program and service may not fill in for you if your administrators haven't filled out the default event values for this provider. My administrators have. Okay, so just keep an eye out for that. You may need to fill this in. Then when you're done, you'll save and close. Okay, ideally at this point, the system will go through and create an appointment record for your clinicians. Okay, and that's going to allow the clinician to kind of go in and make their progress note. So that you can see what that looks like, I'd like you to first take note of this icon here. Okay, so you're going to see in my system, I have appointment reminders. Okay, the appointment reminder in this case is queued up, so it's white. It means it's waiting to go out. Okay, once it's confirmed, that phone is going to turn green. If it's canceled, it will turn red. Okay. Again, ideally, the system's going to go ahead and create that linked appointment for you, provided your system admins have it set up that way. If not, you'll need to do that manually by clicking that Create Linked Appointment button. That's going to bring all of the information forward from the schedule, and it's going to populate this appointment. Okay, what you're noticing is this quick info is popping up for the client. That's because he has an alert here. Okay, so this quick info is one of our tips and tricks. I'm going to kind of take a sidestep from the appointment and just show you what's available here. Okay, so we have the patient notes here, billing notes, compliance. This is like client due dates. We can see the diagnoses that are assigned, and then any global notes that the client has, or sorry, that the clinic has. So the global notes are not specific to a client. These are like agency announcements. Okay, patient notes are specific to the client. Okay, quick info is just a summary, and then you'll notice you can jump into those same areas we were just talking about. Okay, any questions so far? Great. Okay, coming back to this appointment, we'll just keep moving through. You'll notice a lot of stuff filled in for me, again, because my clinician has some defaults, and it brought over information from the schedule. Okay, you'll notice that this is a required field. So this appointment record isn't going to be able to manually be saved without having this filled in. So I'm just going to put a blank assignment in here so I can save it. Okay, so this isn't necessarily something you would do at the front office. I'm just kind of doing it so we can save this record and go back to the schedule. Okay, now coming back here to this icon on the right of the screen, you'll see that now there's a new icon. It looks like a hand writing a note. Okay, and that's just telling you that there's an appointment record created and it's ready for a progress note. Okay, another thing I'd like you to notice is as I'm highlighting this event, down here at the bottom, the event details are showing. So I just kind of have a quick view instead of having to double click on the event. I see more details just by highlighting it. Okay, I can also right click. So remember to right click things throughout the system so that you see what quick actions are available. We try to make things very quickly accessible to you. Right clicks are your friend, action menus are your friend. Okay, so on the right click menu here, oops, I can generate reminders, I can collect co-pays, I can check the client in just by right clicking. Okay, when I check the client in, it's going to notify the provider that the appointment, that the client has arrived for their appointment. Questions on scheduling the event? Okay, now that time I used the tool called Find Available Time Slot. You can also access it up here on the top of the scheduler. I'll show you how to get back in here and schedule a manual event in a little bit. Okay, for now I'm going to close out of here. Remember, I got in there by going to Actions and then Schedule Appointment and then search for time slot. So it was just a quick action right after I entered the intake. Okay, you can also do this if you're updating. So earlier, Sheila asked about the referrals that were coming in from the portal being incomplete and needing to be filled out. So if you're at the front office completing that and need to now go and schedule the time slot, I've got the client on the phone, I can do that right here.